What if your personality isn't fully yours? What if the traits you're proud of, the independence, the strength, the maturity, were never preferences? What if they were survival strategies? You might call yourself low maintenance, calm under pressure, the strong one. But who needed you to be that? Because people don't wake up deciding to suppress their needs. They adapt to the emotional climate they're placed in. And adaptation repeated long enough becomes identity. So the real question isn't, who am I? It's, what did I have to become to stay safe? Section 1. How trauma becomes invisible. When people hear the word trauma, they imagine extremes. But trauma is not defined by the event. It is defined by what the nervous system had to do to survive it. If your home required emotional suppression, mood monitoring, performance, hyper-responsibility, silence, achievement, your nervous system adapted. Let's imagine this started during childhood. Children do not evaluate environments, they conform to them. If anger was unsafe, you became calm. If needs were inconvenient, you became independent. If chaos was present, you became stable. And when that adaptation is rewarded, it solidifies. You are praised for coping with pressure. You are admired for maturity. You are valued for functionality. And the adaptation becomes identity. Section 2. The inherited emotional climate. You do not only inherit a family name, you inherit an emotional climate. Was your home anxious, controlled, quiet, volatile, achievement-driven, emotionally cold? Children internalize atmosphere before language. If tension lived in the walls, your nervous system learned to scan. If unpredictability was normal, hypervigilance became baseline. You may now describe yourself as observant, intuitive, sensitive, perceptive. But those traits may have originated from monitoring. Monitoring is not personality, it is adaptation. When repeated long enough, it feels natural. Section 3. The mature for your age. Myth. Being called mature for your age often feels like a compliment, but maturity in children is frequently stress adaptation. Children are not designed to regulate adults. They are not designed to stabilize systems. If you were the calm one, the mediator, the responsible sibling, the emotional container, you were not advanced. You were positioned, and the positioning required suppression. Suppression, repeated, becomes identity. Section 4. How survival masquerades as self. Let's break down common personality traits: hyperindependence, often attachment injury; people-pleasing, often threat avoidance; overachievement, often conditional approval survival; emotional numbness, often overwhelm management; strong boundaries with distance, often protection from enmeshment. You are not broken. You are patterned, and patterns feel like personality when they are never questioned. The nervous system prioritizes familiarity over safety. That is biological. So adulthood becomes repetition. You may unconsciously choose emotionally unavailable partners, high-pressure environments, roles that require over-functioning, because that feels normal. Not because it is healthy. Section 5. Why identity collapse can feel terrifying. When you begin healing, one of the first things that destabilizes is identity. You may think, if I am not the strong one, who am I? If I am not needed, who am I? If I am not achieving, who am I? This is not regression. It is differentiation. Your nervous system is recalibrating. Your high-performance layer begins to loosen, and underneath performance is unfamiliarity. That unfamiliarity can feel like emptiness, but it is actually space. Space where authorship can begin. Section 6. Awareness before change. You do not dismantle inherited survival patterns by attacking them. You observe them. Notice. When do you overfunction? When do you suppress? When do you anticipate? When do you take responsibility that was not assigned? Awareness restores authorship, and authorship begins identity reconstruction. You are not becoming someone new. You are separating adaptation from authenticity. If this resonated, start slowly. Begin with the Stage 1 videos on this channel. Stability first, awareness next. Identity clarity later. What you call personality may have kept you safe, but safety and selfhood are not the same thing. Subscribe for new videos each week exploring trauma recovery, survival roles, and identity reconstruction.